Hey folks, it's the weekend. Let's do the daily target from CSSBattle.dev. Oh. So yesterday I managed to avoid doing anything at 45 degrees. And I feel like today that's going to be a lot harder with this target. So what do I see? Well, for fun, uh, I can set margins here. No fun. There's no fun to be had. Let's just go for it. The tricky part is this particular corner, right? Which I believe does need to be a border radius. So let's do that first. Even though maybe that's difficult. So aspect ratio 1, margin 0, and actually let's zero out these margins first, just so the numbers are a little more even, maybe. And we're going to rotate 45 degrees. And border radius is going to be some number like that. And then we're actually going to flop this, interestingly, and put this dark background on the body. So, because the only thing I care about right now, well, it's not the only thing I care about. I care mostly about that that corner, because I know that I can do the other pieces. So let's do the there we go. This is looking good. 7, 8, 9, 200, 10, 20, 21. That looks great. In fact, it looks so great that I'm not even going to bother. But I mean, obviously, it's not everything. However, so what do we need to do to? So let's do a radial gradient, or radial. No, not at all. It's a linear gradient if it's anything. And let's do red, yellow, and put it at an angle, 45 degrees. So that puts red. So this is exactly what we want. We're going to do that clump and then transparent. 30 pixels, 0. And that's a little big. How about 20? 25, 26, 25. All right, so that's our first piece. That's all we've really done. But it's the most important part, right? Now, all that said, what's the way to do the rest of this? Given that we have that, if I were to do the nested template, obviously that shape is too big to fit. So do I want to do something else with this? And no. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play it straight. And what do I mean by that? We're gonna do it as I think it's 2 kind of gradients, probably. So let's see what it is. Conic gradient at 200 pixels, 50%. from 45 degrees. So I'm not really explaining very well what I'm doing. And actually, it's probably more like 170. And then it's this dark color, 25%, and then transparent. So that's that shape. One 6, 1 7, 1 5. That's great. That's pretty good. Now, can I have this repeat? What can I do to make that repeat? And is there a way to do that? If I do that and then this, can I get this to do something interesting? So if I've got that, can I limit the size of it in such a way that that it's good? Maybe by setting the margins on the HTML element. But then that is going to ruin my little corner margin. No. Overthinking all of this. So I don't like this, and I'm not going to do it. However, I am going to do the swap. I'm going to do green and then transparent. Okay. And that's all good. And then I'm going to do another conic gradient. And this one is probably at 250. Yeah. And it's not from 45 degrees. It's from 180 plus 45 is 225. And that at is incorrect. It'll be at 260, 270, 271, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then if I put this behind it, what do I got? That's fine. How about, so the final would be what? Another conic gradient, I think. And this one's underneath and is very similar to that one. And is also from 225. And is, instead of that, it's blue and then transparent. Oh, I'm not sure what I ruined, but I just ruined something, I think. So this needs to go here. And this number needs to be a 6. And this needs to be transparent to start with. 5. All right, where are we at? How close are we? Are we close? We're a little close. Mind you, this could all be wrong. All right, and then we do a linear gradient from the side. Not very efficient. None of this is very efficient, but it's not, right now, it's not bothering me. 90 degrees. I'm going to do ridiculous colors just so it makes sure that I can see what I'm doing here. go. So let's move that in. 4, 3, 225. Okay, and that color is not red. It should be this color. We're getting closer. Oh, interesting. I'm not seeing any of that red, unfortunately. 10. There it is. Okay, and then that's that green. All right. Is that it? And then like that. Let's see where we stand. We might have some differences that mean we're at, oh, yeah, so there's a little closeness there. It's no good. Yeah, that's a 99.9% match. All right, so what do we need to adjust? The problems are actually with the first thing we did, which is this guy. We made a small adjustment to the linear gradient there. Let's see where we stand. That's 100%, and I'm gonna take it. So there's a lot of things going on here, and if I were feeling bolder and had a little more time, it's dinner time, then I think that there's an argument to be made for doing this with 3 elements. Potentially, yeah, there's something really tricky there. I would like to think that you could do maybe clip path and the border radius, and then have that clip path be taller than it needs to be, and then you could use a box shadow because you have this that repeats. But is that actually the way that lines up? That border radius, if you do this as a box shadow, you're gonna get a curve there, and that's no good. This is perfectly acceptable, but this is one of those ones where I probably will go back and revisit this one. But that's me doing that in however many minutes I did that in, and that's a fun one. That's a great puzzle. I really enjoyed that puzzle. Things are sure troublesome out on the world stage. Please, everybody, be safe. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and go write a web page. Tell the world how you feel. Tell your the politicians who represent you that you want good things and not bad things in the world. Take care of yourselves. Bye.